Recycling is not rocket science, and it does not always require heavy setups and heavy equipment. Plastics pollution is one of the major factors we can never ignore when talking about environmental sustainability. Plastics in itself is not a bad product, especially in a world of over 7 billion humans. We can not only rely on trees for food packaging and even drinking water, which means that we need plastics as much as any other things in order to serve such vast majority of humans on the planet. The challenge here is that, unlike paper, plastics do not decompose easily, meaning that we need to encourage a culture of recycling. In this episode, we piloted our first edition of recycling. As students of science, we know matter exists in 3 states: solid, liquid, and gas. Unless the teachers were lying, then of course this video is also a lie. But if not, then what we basically did was to melt the plastics from its solid state into liquid states. Allow me to also set on records that this is not the right way to do it, and that this is just a demonstration. Because we applied the heat directly to the plastics, the liquid turned dark brown, which is not how it is supposed to look. We also created a shape of an arrow on the surface of the earth. Everything that was melted poured into the mold of an arrow on the earth. After a while, everything was left to settle and the product was amazing. Plastics is as important as everything else in this world. All we need to do is begin to instill a certain knowledge of recycling from the basics level, where people get to understand that plastics can be useful after we finish drinking our bottled water, after we are done consuming all the things that we consume from plastics. There is more we can do with the plastics that are left behind. That is exactly what we seek to demonstrate in this particular video, for our viewers to understand that plastics is not a bad guy. What is bad here is our attitude of throwing plastics everywhere after consumption. At the end of it all, this is the arrow that we had. Because it's demonstration, we had breakages and we couldn't even get the best shape as we wanted. But this video is for educational purposes and to say that we need to encourage recycling to mitigate plastics pollution.
Patriotic volunteers, selfless for our country.